Hey everyone, it's Miss Patricia. How are you all today? Are you enjoying the holiday season so far? So, I was going to do a live, but everything is packed up because, as you know, I'm trying to move into this little tiny casita, tiny house. Okay? So, I'm really like trying to put everything together before I go there because I'm going to be in a whole different part of Texas and I have to gather my bearings. So the best way for me to accomplish that is to be as organized as possible before I even get there. Try to get the basics done. Place to sleep, bathroom, warmth, insulation, because we're coming into the winter, right? Winter is in another couple of weeks. So, but I wanted to touch on things you can do to introduce your body to plants and to teas and to plant medicine. If you're not doing plant medicine, then this is something that you really want to try because let me tell you, it's the best way to keep your body going the correct way, for your body to regenerate itself. Because even in the Bible, it says, let fruit be your food, and let plants be your medicine. So you want to try to incorporate as much as possible so your body can now start recognizing that is going on natural mode, okay? It's switching gears from everything else to a natural way of healing, right? So with that, I really want to talk about the lymphatic system and all of these different systems in your body, the adrenals and everything. The best way to introduce plants to your body is through tea. It's the most benign. You can grab tea bags, empty tea bags and fill them up. You can start with organic tea from the store. No, it's not natural plants, but at least you're introducing your body, and you got to take steps somewhere, right? You got to start somewhere. You got to actually go in your pantry and you can get your cinnamon out and your oregano and your turmeric and your garlic. These things are natural. A lot of them are also oregano. They are anti-inflammatories and antibiotics and cloves and, this thing's right there in your house. So we're going into January and you want to start getting your body used to going natural. So I do want to talk about cloves and cinnamon. Now, cinnamon specifically, first, let me put a disclaimer, educational purposes only, guys. This is only for educational purposes and for entertainment. All right, so that's my disclaimer. So oregano is an antibiotic. You can use that from everything from colds, infections and stuff in your system all the way to athlete's feet. All right, that's oregano. It's very powerful. Now cloves, I see a lot of people on these content creators talking about eat a clove a day. Well, cloves are extremely strong. Think of it as like a Novocaine. If you've ever had a toothache and they put the little Novocaine on it and it numbs it, so cloves will numb your system. But it also, in high doses, it can damage your liver and things like that. Okay, so you don't want to do any kind of medicine more than 3 or 4 days. 3 days on, 3 days off, 4 days on, 3 days off, something like that. Especially with the cloves and the cinnamon. Cinnamon is also, if you're pregnant, cinnamon does cause bleeding. It does cause that. If you're pregnant, you can LOSS your pregnancy. Okay. So don't want to do cinnamon too much. Even cinnamon buns, if you're pregnant or nursing, Try to stay away from as much cinnamon, but you can alternate so you don't take, like, let's go back to the cloves. Don't take cloves every single day. All right, no matter what the content creators are telling you, do not have cloves every day. It's extremely strong and it is a medicine. Okay, and you can do turmeric, like if you have inflammation, if you have bacteria, do some garlic. You can make a soup. You can make a tea if you're using something like burdock roots for your liver to detox. Burdock root does detox as well as dandelion. You can put those in a broth, and that is called a decoction. Okay, DECOCTION, decoction. All right. So you can make a decoction, which is basically a broth for those of you that want to remember a simple word. You can make a broth with the roots of the burdock and the roots of the dandelion, and you can put some dandelion leaves in it, and that'll detox you and flush you. It's a diuretic. It'll get rid of some of the excess fluid in your body. You will go to the bathroom. Number one, you will pee a lot. And so those are different things, just to introduce yourself to the different plants. And I will try to be back as quickly as possible. But like I said, I'm working on the little casita. I'm so excited. My little tiny house. Very excited. I've been wanting to do a tiny house for practically since they started with the movement. So I'm excited, and it should be delivered somewhere in January. So whenever that happens, I will be running with bells on to go and start working on it. It needs insulation, it needs wiring, it needs quite a few things. So I'm very busy. So if I don't pop out, it's because everything is already packed. Just waiting for the house to be delivered. But everything is packed, so I can't do any crafts, I can't do any teas, like literally everything is packed away. All right, so in the meantime, we will try to discuss other different things, and always feel free to put comments, anything you like to discuss as far as being a nomad. How do you live as a nomad? How do you survive bartering and doing the different things that people do as nomads, sharing information, and what kind of soaps and things do you use while you're traveling or while you're in these tiny cabins, and what type of heating sources are you going to be using. Put whatever you want in the comments, and we'll try to talk about it and go over it, and I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. But I am going to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.